So, I would like to welcome you to a 10-minute Express Pilates session. So I'd like to welcome you to your mat and we'll come and get down. So any way you fancy, just come and get down on the floor and let's come and lie on our backs, knees bent, feet flat on the floor. So as you come and lie down here, knees bent, feet flat on the floor, and let's just take a moment to find neutral pelvis. So if you flatten and arch your back, move between those 2 points and then just come to the midpoint. Then from here I'd like you to breathe into the mat. So as you breathe in and out through your nose, feeling the mat under your back as you breathe in and out. And in and out. That's it. So one more breath here as you breathe in and out. And then we're going to find our core connection. So I'd like you to put your hands together, thumbs and fingertips together, but underneath your pelvis. So lift your hips up, thumbs together, fingertips pointing down towards your feet, and then just press the thumbs and then press towards the fingers. So we're not arching and lifting the back or flattening the back, we're just applying pressure. And as you apply pressure through the pelvis, you'll feel the musculature connection change. So rather than being sort of soft and unconnected, you will then press down and feel the musculature change. So you'll feel more of a connection. And then what I'd like you to do is you press towards the thumbs, keep that connection as you press towards the fingers, and then think about the tailbone of the pelvis and scoop up the front of your t-shirt and release. So one more of those. Pressure towards the thumbs, keep that pressure connection as you press towards the fingers, and then scoop the tailbone up the front of your t-shirt. So just take the hands away now. So we'll reconnect that, finding that musculature connection. So press towards where your imaginary thumbs are, press towards where your imaginary fingers are, and scoop the tailbone up the front of your t-shirt. And then from here, I'd like you to float 1 foot up into tabletop position and then bring it down. So this is the scissors exercise. So this session is more of a classical Pilates session this morning. So as you lift 1 foot up into tabletop, place it down and then lift the other foot into tabletop. So with Pilates, it's usually taught in a layered way. So you start off with a lower, easier exercise, building up to more difficult exercises. So last leg up here and here. So we're going to take both feet up one at a time into tabletop, and then we're going to tap down towards the floor. So you'll feel that musculature connection here as you take 1 foot down and bring it back. Now you may get that toe to the floor, but really feeling that core connection as you do so. That's it. So to add on to this, we're going to take both hands up towards the ceiling and then just feel those shoulders into the floor. And then again from here, we're going to take 1 foot down and then take the diagonal arm back. So again, you might not take the arm to the floor, but you might. So again, just keeping that core connection there as you take 1 foot down and the other. If you feel yourself losing that core connection at any point, just hug the knees in towards the chest, release, and then come back to wherever you are. If you wish to take this down a level, then bring the hands back down onto the floor. So from here, to take it up a level from there, we can extend the leg and arm. So you work at your own level. That's it. So you work at your own level and where you feel you're getting that work strongest. So 2 more. And last one. That's it. So bring the hands down by your side, take one foot down at a time. We're going to do some hip rolls. So feet together and let the knees come from one side to the other. So the arms stay out and on the floor. So as you roll the hips from one side to the other, so you could from here come up on your toes. Let the top leg stay connected to the bottom leg as you go over. That's it. And then to take that up again a level, bring one foot into tabletop, take the leg over, and then back the other way, and then change that. So keep that leg into tabletop, and then over the other way, and then down. So again, one leg at a time. That's it. If you wish to change that up a level again, so we'll just finish this off here. You can bring both legs into tabletop. So you've got the one leg into tabletop, bring the second up, and then take the knees over. Again, you might not necessarily want to take them all the way to the floor, but you can if that works for you. So I'm going to do one more to each side here. That's it. And last one. So we're going to come up to sitting from here. So place the hand behind one leg and just pull yourself up to sit. So as you come to sitting here, we're going to do a seated spine stretch. So your legs want to be out in front of you. If you just want to pull the bottom fat out from under your legs, and then just slide the legs forward and reach forwards, and then come to sit. And again, slide those legs forward. So we start off supported in this position. That's it. So from here, if you wish to take that up, you can take your arms out in front of you and reach forwards from here. And sit. And reach forwards. And sit. So to take this up a level from here, if we just come forwards up the mat a little bit. So you reach forwards and then you do a half roll back. So really keep the legs connected to the floor. Forwards and then come back, and again, so reach and come back, and then last one as you reach and come back. Well done. So we're going to do spine twist now. So we start off with dancer arms, so one hand, one on top of the other, and you're just going to twist around from one side to the other. So if you want to, look at the leading elbow here. That's it. So nice bit of spinal rotation. Thinking about sitting up tall out of the sit bones, shoulder blades back and down your back. And then from here, we can extend the arms out, palms up, and then turn round from here. It's very easy to bring the top hand round towards the bottom arm, so we want to keep these arms open, so we're opening through the chest, palms up, lengthen through the spine. That's it. So we're going to do one more to each side, and then we're going to take ourselves onto all fours. So last one here. Perfect. Well done. So come round onto all fours. That's it. So hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and just feeling that connection here. So what I'd like you to do is to slide the diagonal hand and leg along the floor and just lift, bring down and in. And again, so as you're here, I'd like you to look on the floor in front of your fingers, so you're not looking down towards your knees or your toes. So this is going to help strengthen up your back as you lengthen and lift, come back down. So in order to challenge ourselves with this one, we are going to lift the toes up off the floor. So this is going to be a real balance here. So as you take the diagonal hand and leg up and bring it back in. And again, so challenging that balance and back in. Well done. And again. So you'll really feel that musculature change in your core. So you're really feeling the strength here that you're using to keep yourself balanced. There we go. And last one. Perfect. And then just come back down. So we're going to bring ourselves down onto our tummies now to do the dart. So bring yourself down and start off with your arms by your side. So from here, I'd like you to squeeze the shoulder blades and squeeze the legs, and then release. So squeeze the shoulder blades and the legs, and release. So this time, as you reach for your feet, you might feel like you want to lift the head up off the floor. And again, reach. That's it. So really nice bit of reaching going on, length, and squeezing the glutes as you lengthen and through. So last dart here, and we're just going to change this up a little bit. So bring the arms round into box, so you've got your elbows about level with your shoulders. So from here, you're going to just lift one arm and then lift the other arm. So you can have your forehead on the floor or not, as you choose. So nice and strong through that back, squeezing the legs together. That's it. So we're going to take one arm up and then the other arm up. So if you wish to, you can challenge that again by just lifting both arms and bringing them back down. So only to a height where works for you. You want to keep the shoulders facing the floor. So last one here. So we can add to this again and take diagonal arm and leg. So really squeezing those glutes, squeezing that shoulder blade, and feeling length between the head and the toes. That's it. So we're going to do 2 more on each side. And then we're going to do 1 more on each side. That's it. So last one here. Perfect. Then we're going to come up, and we're going to come to seated. And then we're going to take ourselves back down onto the floor for shoulder bridge. So from here, feet on the floor, knees bent. I'd like you to just start with a pelvic tilt. So press the hips into the floor and release. So think about the waistband of your trousers as you press down into the floor and release. Press down into the floor and release. And again. So this next time, press the feet into the floor and your waistband, and then just peel the hips up and lift them as high as you want to, and then roll back down and through onto the mat. And again, as you come up into shoulder bridge and back down. And back up into shoulder bridge. Push the hips up at the top and roll back down and through. And again, push the hips up and roll back down. And 1 more of these here. So as you peel the hips up and roll back down onto the floor. So again, we're going to come back up to sitting. So if you pop your hand behind your thigh, push the leg forwards, and it'll bring you up to sitting. So we're going to do the half roll back now. So if you just have your feet, your knees bent, feet on the floor, half roll back is a little tip and then tuck your bottom underneath. So let's just warm the back up first. So round the back and sit, and round and sit. So from here, we're going to roll back then. So tip and tuck. So you can take your hands off your legs or not, as you choose. Tip and tuck. And then coming back up. So this would be our level 2. Our tip and tuck would be our level 1. That's it. And then from here, we can add to this with an archer twist. So you tip, tuck, and bring the elbow back and return and sit tall. And again, so you bring that elbow back and return. So to add on to this, you could hold yourself back here, do an archer on both sides and sit tall. And again, tip and archer on both sides and come tall. One last time, tip, tuck. There we go. Well done. And come back up. So come onto all fours again, and we're going to just have the hands in front of us and sit back into our heels and just do child stretch. So you're stretching this lower part of your back here. Nice big lengthen. That's it. A couple of breaths here. And then we're going to come back onto all fours and down into plank. So what I'd like you to do is to come down onto your body, onto your tummy. Bring your elbows in tight towards your chest. Take your feet wide and press the elbows and the knees into the floor so you push the mat away. Look on the floor at your fingertips. Now if you wish to go into full plank, turn the toes under. That's it. So our level 1 would be here, pressing the elbows and knees down without coming up. Our level 2 is coming up onto the elbows and knees. And our level 3 is into that full plank. So keeping the hips high and keeping yourself long, looking down at the fingers, and then bring the knees down and just come up into all fours. So from here we're going to do a nice cat stretch. Turn your tummy up, lift your tummy up and tuck your tailbone underneath. If you wish to sit back into your heels, to stretch that lower back too. Coming back onto all fours, drop the tummy and look up, and round through the back and look between your knees. That's it. Well done. So from here, I'd like you to take your feet wide, and I would like you to just rock back onto your feet if you can. So we are going to come up to standing, but just a nice bit of a hip opener here. That's it. And then lift the hips and then just roll up to standing. And then just roll those shoulders back and down. And we are done with our Express. Well done, and thank you so much for joining.